Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. We are in our guest segment with the Better Business Bureau expert of all experts, Tiffany Schultz, back here with some spring cleaning. Yeah, we talk about this each and every year, but digital spring cleaning has got to be part of your springtime cleaning. Tiffany, how you doing this springtime so far?
I'm great, ready to remind viewers to clean up their digital footprint.
You'll be like, remind you to clean up your house and your digital footprint, but no, it's that. Well, as anything goes here, certainly taking time out for any of this stuff each year when we talk about being, protecting your passwords, cleaning up your computer, and just kind of reminding yourself, like, hey, I need to do this. This has just got to become a regular thing, right?
We want it to become a regular thing, just like you clean and you vacuum your house, you do your dishes. You need to be really protective of what you're sharing online and the passwords that you're generating online too. How many passwords do you have? We don't want them to all be the same password, and we don't want it to be password 1234. Easy for scammers to guess.
What are you talking about? I thought that was a standard practice. Keep it
Uh,
easy.
I know your passwords, Jeremy.
Hey, we weren't going to talk about that. Yeah, passwords should be lengthy and unique, and it's something that you do got to review. And when's the last time you updated it too? Like, think about the number of times you log into some of these accounts. There's a lot more accounts now that seem like they change over time, but there's not all. That's not always true, right?
It's not, and it really depends on the specific platform that you're working with. Your work email may prompt you to change your password every 90 days, but your personal email, you may have had that same password for 15 years and it could be out there on the dark web. So it's a really good habit to get into changing your password every 60 to 90 days on your email platforms and other platforms that you may use.
And what about using a password manager? Some people are like, well, you have to sign into that and know your password to get into your password manager, but not a bad idea, right?
A password manager is a really great idea, but you want to make sure that you're using a legitimate source when you're using a password manager. There are apps online, but you need to make sure that those apps that you're signing up for are legitimate. What happens with a password manager is it generates long and strong passwords, and you only need one password to get in. But if you're using a scammer's password manager, they're getting all of your passwords for you to be able to get into the platforms that you use. It's also a good idea to write your passwords down, and there's little password books that you can buy at the gift shop, Walmart, Target, big box. But make sure that you're not keeping that book right next to your computer. You want to put that somewhere safe.
Yeah, don't carry it with you. That's what I would say. Never leaves the house, shouldn't leave the safe. Yeah. How about two-step verification? I think is it's the best practice that I know of.
We're seeing this option pop up on platforms everywhere, from our emails to our banking platforms to other platforms that we may use. And this is a great way to make sure that your password is not being shared and others can get in except for you. So what happens is you sign in with your password and then it asks you to put in a code that it sends to your email or your phone. And that's just a double check to make sure that it is you entering the platform.
All right, next one is secure your Wi-Fi router. When's the last time that people have updated that password? I'd just throw that out there.
Don't forget about that. That's a really important piece. You want to make sure that your Wi-Fi is locked, that your neighbors cannot get into your Wi-Fi, because if somebody can get into your Wi-Fi, they can put a skimmer on your Wi-Fi and essentially become you. So make sure that that router is locked down long and strong, just like everything else is.
Yeah, and you should do check for updates too. Some routers actually do have software updates on them, so something to check into and leads into the next one, updating systems and software. It needs to be another thing that you should do. It used to be that you didn't want to always update right away. Not the case anymore.
We have so many Wi-Fi connected tools today, from your Ring doorbell to your router to your garage door to your Alexa and everything else that has its own platform. And all of those have updates. Updates mean that they have security updates. So make sure that you take those updates when they are available. Don't just push it off.
Cleaning up your online presence. I've always said, like, once it's out there, it's gone, but you still can do some things to clean up your operations out there, so to speak.
When we say clean up, that's a really broad word. So look at all the apps on your phone. How many apps have you put on that you no longer use? You can go ahead and remove those from your phone. Clean up your email. Make sure that your settings on your social media are set the way that you want them to be set. Make sure that the people that you want to see your content are the only ones that can see it. Once it's out there publicly, anybody with internet access can access the public content that you have posted.
And then using a strong using a password for or finger swipe for your cell phone. I mean, most cell phones do offer that, but you should update those as well because those don't always tell you either if you should update or not.
And you need to turn those on too. Those automatically don't default. Sometimes a password swipe, it'll lock your phone after a minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 4 hours. You want to make sure that you've turned it on. And if you use facial recognition, some of the phones have that now, in addition to a 6-digit passcode versus a 4-digit passcode.
And backups, backing it up, backing up your computer, backing up your phone, backing up your files, all things that you need to make standard practice because when it's gone, it's gone.
So important to have those backups, especially if you're a small business owner and you cannot afford to lose anything that's on your computer, even personally. Back up your photos, back up your files. It doesn't hurt and it doesn't take very long. You can do that and walk away from your computer and know that you have a backup in case that your information should be compromised.
If people have questions about any of the stuff you talked about today, and people are like, well, I already do all these things. You still need to keep fresh on different trends and stuff. And you guys have a lot of information out there on all of these topics, breaking down even further. And I think you got to read it and kind of review it each year.
We can't cover everything, so additional information is available on bbb.org on this topic and many more.
All right, Tiffany, I always appreciate it. Happy spring cleaning to you.
Thanks for having me today.